Good morning, children. Today we will continue the lesson Fight Manju Fight. It is a very long lesson and we have already done 2 pages of it. Now we will do rest of the lesson with its full summary in English. This lesson has been written by Sigrun Srivastav. Just for reminder, children, I will tell you. And we have discussed pre-reading task of it also. You can see in my earlier video. In the first page, we have seen that one girl, Manjula Parelkar, had malformed fingers and malformed feet, but she wanted to be a painter like M.F. Hussain. And in second page, we have seen that she took some money from her mother to buy some painting material and made a painting, beautiful painting, and she showed her painting to her mother, Mrs. Parelkar. And then what happened, children? Let's see from third page. I'm sure you will. Her mother returned the painting. When Manjula told that I'll pick up fast in doing painting, Manjula's mother said that I'm sure you will. You must show it to Papa. He'll be impressed. Mr. Parelkar pushed his glasses up and glanced at Manjula's work. Well done. Very good. A nice picture. See what all you can do. Even though he didn't look at her hands, those claw-like malformed fingers, she knew what he meant. She swallowed dryly. Something inside her twisting painfully. She knew the pain. She was used to it. Keep it up. Her father patted her, settling in his favorite chair with the newspaper. He inquired, Is the tea ready? And now what happened, children? Her father take it casually, and so he inquired for the tea. Why don't you frame it? Cried her brother Amol. But her brother Amol was very excited and he told her to frame it. Amol, snatching the sheet from Manjula's hands, he said, Or why don't you sell it? Raising it over his head, he imitated an auctioneer 2000 rupees who bids more 2001, 2002. And he, as an auctioneer, took auction of that painting like 2001, 2002. Amol, his mother warned him, put that painting down at once. Tell me, have you finished your homework? And children, Amol was a naughty boy, just like you and other kids. And when her mother asked her for homework, he became sober and he crept to his room. Manjula returned to her brushes and paints and drifted into another world, a brighter world of glowing color, beautiful forms, and perfect shapes. The world where she wanted to belong so desperately. And then Manjula returned to her room and drifted into another world. Which type of world, children? An imaginative and creative world of her painting of bright and glowing color. Nobody had asked Manjula Parelkar what she wanted for her 13th birthday, but she got all she had secretly wished for. And next day, Manjula had her birthday, 13th birthday, and she got in gifts whatever she wanted. Oh, mummy, cried Manjula, overwhelmed. A set of artists' watercolor. Thank you so much. Her mother gave her a set of artist's watercolor. And this is from your father. Her mother pressed a book in her hands, painting step by step. Manjula jumped in excitement, her dark eyes shining with happiness. Oh, Papa, I could have never dreamed of this. You would not have dreamed of this present either, said her brother with a mischievous smile, holding out a big parcel tightly wrapped and knotted. Manjula eyed it suspiciously. Sometimes she wasn't too sure whether her brother was mischievous or simply mean. You can see, children, that here are some words given. Note down in your copy and learn it. Drifted means moved away, overwhelmed means overcame by emotion, and suspiciously means with suspicion. But he wouldn't be mean on her birthday. She began undoing the tight knots and took off the wrapper only to find another knot staring at her. She hated unknotting parcels. Why did her brother do this to her? Bring her the scissors. She heard her father's voice from behind, and there were too many knots in the parcels, and she hated to being unknotted the parcel from too many knots. Then her father said that bring her the scissors, but Amol offended. Why, isn't it fun? It wasn't fun, it was sheer torture. However, she struggled on with the knots, all 11 of them, my God. There were 11 knots. When finally managed to unravel the last one, she found a little box with a slip of paper inside. She knew what would be written on it. Sorry, better luck next time. It was just like a mole. Though he was only a year younger, sometimes she felt 100 years older than him. His Her brother Amol was just 1 year younger than her. Read it, he urged. He requested to read it. She read. Look for the next clue under your pillow. Oh no, cried Manjula, but her brother pulled her to her bedroom. He even lifted the pillow for her, and there, tied with a pink ribbon, lay 3 watercolor brushes. Very nice, with sable hair, said her brother, artist quality. She studied the new book from cover to cover and soon used up all her papers. She knew for good watercolor paintings, she needed special watercolor paper, but that was expensive. She needed more watercolor paper, but that was expensive, and she had no money at all. So she went to her mother. Mummy, she told her mother, pointing at the thin wobbly paper, I could do much better paintings on real watercolor paper. What do you think? You are right, replied her mother. But oh, what a wonderful painting you have improved a lot. I'll talk to your papa today. Her mummy encouraged her so much and she praised her so much. She said, yes, you are right. You need real watercolor paper for wonderful painting. And your painting is so wonderful. You have improved a lot. And she said that she will talk to her papa. Here some words are given. You can copy it. After dinner, when the children were in bed, Mrs. Parelkar spoke to her husband about Manjula's paintings. Manjula did not understand why her father's voice was raised. He never raised it in front of her mother. With her heart thumping wildly, she tiptoed towards the drawing room and peeped in. She peeped in for what is happening in the drawing room. She overheard the conversation of her parents. Smita, please. She heard her father say, watercolor paper is expensive and she won't need one only. She will need dozens of them. Where will the money come from? It doesn't grow on trees. I know. Her mother's voice was soft and pacifying. The price of petrol has gone up, her father continued while pacing the room. The price of vegetables has shot up. Amol needs a new pair of shoes. These curtains need a change. He stopped and looked at his wife tenderly. And you haven't had a new sari since last Diwali. Do you think I don't notice all this? And like all middle class father, he listed all the things he needed. Her mother turned her face away and whispered, I don't need a sari. I have enough to last me a lifetime. She said that I have enough sari, which last me a lifetime. I didn't need it, but please buy a few sheets to begin with. And she wanted to buy few sheets for Manjula to begin her painting with those sheets. Smita, Smita, said Mr. Parelkar wearily. It's not a matter of a few sheets. After watercolors, it will be oils, then canvases, and what not. Why does she want to paint? Of all things, why doesn't she learn something more useful, like cooking or stitching? With those hands of hers, she'll never become an artist. And when Manjula heard these words of her father, there is something pain in her. Please, cried her mother, don't say that ever again. Never. I tell you, she has talent. Maybe we should show her paintings to an authority on art. But her mother protests here. She said, please don't say that ever again. Never, you need to say it that with those hands she will never become an artist because her paintings are very beautiful. If you want, you can show her paintings to an authority on art. Manjula Parelkar returned to her room. She didn't wait for an authority on art to see her paintings. She tore them into bits one by one, slowly, without shedding a tear. Her claw like fingers absolutely steady. She bundled up the watercolors and the three brushes, all of best artist quality, and tucked them away into the farthest corner of her cupboard. She kept all her things related to her painting and tore her painting in pieces. Here, two words are given, pacify and wearily. You can copy it. Mother, she said the next day, coming into the kitchen, do you need some help in cooking? Why, Manju? Her mother looked at her in surprise. Why, Manju, why? She repeated, glimpsing the pain in her eyes. Because, said Manjula, in as steady a voice as she could manage, because I think cooking is a useful thing. Manjula Parelkar learned to cook, to fry, and to bake. She hated it, and she ate all she cooked, fried, and baked. She hated that the most. And what she hated to cook and to eat her cooked food, she did all that. Hey, this curry is real good, mummy, cried Amol. I would like some more. Mummy, I will take some more curry because this curry is really very good, very nice, Amol said. Manjula made it, smiled Mrs. Parelkar. Manju asked her brother surprised. Cooking. When did you take to cooking? I thought you were into painting. I stopped painting, returned Manjula, her eyes on her plate. But why? Amol was shocked. You were so good at it, you must be crazy. Amol, his father scolded him. No such language in this house. Sorry, Papa, but why must she do a dumb thing like this? I thought she would enter the on the spot painting competition in November at my school. Why, she would have easily bagged the first prize. Hey Manju, he turned to his sister. Why don't you try for me? He said, I thought that she would take part in on the spot painting competition, but she is giving up, so I am saying all that. Silence hung over the dining table. Nobody spoke. Manjula waited, hoping for a word from her father. Her shoulders sagged when Mr. Parelkar casually changed the topic. I have to go to Bombay, now Mumbai next week. There's an important meeting at the Taj. Here, Taj means Hotel Taj. I'll need my suit. Could you take it out and get it ironed? He said to his wife, means Mrs. Parelkar, that could you take my suit out and get it ironed? Bombay, thought Manjula Parelkar. She would like to go to Bombay too. People were different there. They might not whisper about her hands when they see her for the first. Here, one word is given, sagged means sunk, drooped, and slumped. She thought that people in Mumbai are different and they might not whisper about her disability or give her that dreaded, oh God, poor child kind of look. And there was an art college in Bombay. Art. Manjula Parelkar was through with art. She had given it up for good. However much it would hurt, however much. But Manjula Parelkar didn't want to think about art because she had given it up. However much it would hurt, however much. Means, however it would hurt, no matters, she had given up. Manju, her mother's voice reached her from far away. Will you give me a hand? Manjula helped her mother take down the steel trunk. Mrs. Parelkar opened it but then shut it again. She turned to Manju decisively. Manju, I would like to talk to you. I. Mother, please, interrupted the girl, her dark eyes burning. Don't. But Manju, please, mother, please. Mrs. Parelkar gripped her daughter firmly by the shoulders and looked her straight in the eyes, her voice firm with determination. She said, don't give in, Manju. There is so much in you that other girls don't have. Let it come up. Even if you have to fight. Fight, Manju, fight. She tried to encourage her. Manju's throat was thick with tears. She turned away from her mother. But Manju couldn't say any words and she turned away from her mother. Manju, look at me, her mother said gently. You have to learn to master obstacles. How to overcome obstacles, you have to learn it. The will and the strength to overcome them can only come from within yourself, and the willpower and the strength to overcome all the difficulties will come only from within yourself, from your inner self. Manjula turned around in anguish. Stop preaching, mother, just stop preaching. You see, it is. What she wanted to say? She wanted to say that it is all Papa's fault. But deep inside, she knew it wasn't. Why she knew it wasn't? Because she was disabled and all hour because of that only. She dashed to her room, flung herself on the bed, and buried her face in the pillow. But she couldn't cry. The tears just would not come. When at last she sat up, her eyes fell on a newspaper cutting on the table. Strange, she thought. I didn't keep it there. Puzzled, she picked it up and read. Playing soccer with artificial feet. The bold heading screamed at her. In New Hampshire, she read on, Rich Ballinger, who had lost his feet in a train accident, decided to play football with artificial feet. His coach thought it was ridiculous. His parents did not like it. This sentence was underlined in red. But Ballinger stuck to it and made it to the Nassau team as the defensive end. And this is a paper cutting about a news of a soccer player, Rich Ballinger, who played with his artificial feet. And the heading was screaming at her. She read one thing which is underlined, that his parents did not like it. His coach thought it was ridiculous, but he decided to play with artificial feet. Manjula Parelkar dropped the clipping. What a brave boy, she thought. He didn't give up. He played on. Despite what other people said, perhaps her mother was right. She had to fight. Fight on like Rich Ballinger. Manjula walked over to her cupboard, hunted through the pile of cloths, and pulled out her colors and brushes. She ran her thumb over the soft bristles, and the longing to paint, see, and smell colors drove tears into her eyes. What she do? What she does, children? She again takes out her brushes and colors what she kept on her cupboard. On the day of the on-the-spot painting competition, shortly after breakfast, her brother said, I'm off, Ma. Ratan and I are helping at the entrance gate. They are expecting a big crowd. Turning to Manjula, I said casually, Pity, you aren't coming. I'm sure you would have won a prize. And when she took her colors and brushes again, she came out where her brother was saying to her mother that he and Ratan had to help in his school, so he was going, and he, turning to Manjula, just said casually, Pity you aren't coming. I'm sure you would have won a prize. What Manjula replied on that? I might win one still. Manjula was now enthusiastic, and she said that I might win one still. It is not too late. It will depend on the subject in my category. Your category? Cried Amol. Manju, hey, does it mean that you are participating? And then he became very happy. He jumped up and pumped her hands up and down. I knew you would do it. I was sure you wouldn't give in. Manjula freed her hands and answered softly, If Rich Ballinger could do it, why not Manjula Parelkar? Her brother looked at her, a broad smile spread over his face. Rich Ballinger? Mrs. Parelkar asked, surprised. Who is Rich Ballinger? Mrs. Parelkar didn't know who is Rich Ballinger. What does it mean, children? It means that her brother has kept that paper cutting on her table. Rich Ballinger spoke Manjula and her brother together. Plays soccer with artificial feet. And here it is clear, because her brother also knows about Rich Ballinger. Isn't that something? And Manjula and her brother gave the answer In the same time, Rich Bellinger plays soccer with artificial feet. Okay, children, now the lesson reading is complete. I will give you full summary of this story now. Listen it very carefully. Fight Manju Fight is a story written by Sigrun Srivastav. In this story, there is a girl named Manjula Parelkar. Her hands and feet are deformed. She knows that she is not M.F. Hussain, the great painter, but she paints very well and wants to live in the world of colors and canvases, the world of her imagination. Her mother does not want to hurt her anyway and tries to encourage her every time. She has a younger brother whose name is Amol. He is naughty, but he loves his sister and wants to see her happy. That's why he gifted her 3 brushes of artist quality on her birthday. Her father loves her, but he sometimes hurt her with his behavior and words. Once she overhears her parents' conversation and tear her painting and thinks to give up her dream, but at last her brother and boost her courage up and give her new energy by keeping a paper cutting of Rich Bellinger, the soccer player, on her table, who plays with artificial feet. She decides after reading it that she won't give up and would participate in on the spot painting competition. Okay, children, hope you now understood the whole lesson. Write its summary with some difficult words given in the book in your copy, and now like, share, comment and subscribe my channel, and don't forget to press bell icon. Thank you.